So hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing really well and having a lovely day as always. So as you'll have seen from the title of this video, today we're talking about how to use fashion as therapy. So an alternative to getting an actual therapist or going to therapy sessions. How can we use fashion to romanticize our life and also cultivate joy through clothing? And obviously I am slightly joking with the literal title of this video, but I do still think there is something to be said for using clothing as a way to cultivate joy. And that is why today I wanted to go through my tips of how I do use fashion as therapy and also go through the specific brands and pieces that I'm finding particularly therapeutic at the moment. So that is what this video is going to be about today. So let's get into the tips. So tip number 1 on this list is match your mood with your fashion, or intentionally don't match your mood with your fashion. So obviously from time to time, everyone has those days where they're not feeling their best, whether it's emotionally or physically or literally for any reason. And I do think that on those particular days, you have two options as to how you can use fashion to elevate your mood or pull you out of a bad mood. And the first one is all about leaning into it more. So if you're feeling bad, then dress in a way that reflects that mood. So dress in kind of more cozy clothing, maybe more muted tones, a palette of oatmeals, beiges, whites, greys and browns, and silhouettes that are potentially a bit more oversized, a bit more cozy and comfortable. And in that way you can see clothing in these particular occasions as a tool for kind of swaddling your nervous system in a way, and by doing that maybe you can comfort yourself and make yourself feel better. But in opposition to this, the part B to this tip is on the flip side. So on those days where you're feeling not great or not yourself, purposefully dress in a opposite way. So choose pieces that are bold, colourful, and kind of the opposite of how you really want to be dressing on that day. So even if you want to be really cozy, even if you want to be hiding away, force yourself to wear the bold pieces. And I have heard with this actually that red is the best colour to wear when you're feeling down or need more energy. And I personally would get this JW Anderson red sweater. I think that this could definitely make me feel better. Or even these Nicole Soldana suede ballet flats, or this Gizio red dress, or this sheer skirt from the Frankie shop. I definitely feel like all these pieces would make me feel a lot better. Tip number 2 is to declutter your closet over decluttering your mind. So a therapist would probably say go on a walk or exercise or journal to clear your mind, whereas in the context of using fashion as therapy, I say why not start by decluttering that old pile of clothes that's been in your wardrobe since 2016. Like if a piece no longer fits your current self, whether that's physically, emotionally, or just literally the style that you want to have, then why not donate that piece to a charity shop or sell it on Vinted or Depop? Because fundamentally I just think there's really something to be said for clearing out and making space for the new and for new energy to come in, and that definitely goes for fashion and the space in your wardrobe for sure. Like, it's kind of a random example, but I remember one time I did this massive wardrobe clear out. I got rid of everything that I didn't wear anymore or that didn't fit the personal style that I wanted to have. And because I did that, I actually ended up getting randomly given more new pieces or randomly getting access to more interesting clothing. So there is definitely something to be said energetically about clearing out space, leaving room for new things to come in and not blocking them. And also just equally, everyone knows that when you declutter your environment, when you can actually see what you own, you do just feel a lot better mentally, because obviously a clear space is a clear mind. So if in doubt, always declutter your wardrobe. Tip number 3 is build and establish your emotional uniform. So this tip is basically just all about creating a go-to formula in your wardrobe that you can lean on and rely on those days where you don't want to think you just need to exist. And this is actually so useful because on those days where you are spiraling or you don't have time or you just don't want to even think about trying to put a good outfit together, having just those go-to staple pieces or the go-to staple outfit that you know looks good, that you know looks professional in a way or put together, and also that you feel confident in is going to help so much. And just like the previous tip, if you put on an outfit that you feel confident in, you're already going to feel 10 times better. And this is honestly such a useful thing, and it's such a simple thing but truly so powerful, because for the longest time I really didn't have a go-to outfit formula that I knew looked good. I almost didn't have those staple foundational pieces in my wardrobe, and it's been such a game changer in terms of saving time getting dressed, and also just knowing that if in doubt I can just go to my go-to outfit formula and look fine, feel fine. And obviously everyone's go-to outfit formula is going to be a bit different, but for me personally, if you need a place to start, I feel like a vintage Burberry trench is always a great go-to. It kind of never fails in a way, and pairing this with a long sleeve plain tee, whether that's a white one, a black one, a grey one. I personally really love the Organic Basics plain tees, but if you want something a bit more interesting, then you could look at a Tempt or Rick Owens even, or even a piece from Carriage High. And I feel like pairing these with a really good pair of jeans, so Carhartt, Levi's, whatever silhouette that you feel most comfortable in, and pairing it with a nice kind of sleek footwear option, so something like loafers or ballet flats, anything kind of timeless and formal. Tip number 4 is to start strategically using outfits as armor. So in a way, this tip kind of relates to tip 1 in the sense that when you're down or if you're not feeling confident, you can strategically dress in a way that is in opposition to how you feel internally to kind of pull yourself out of that mood and make you feel better. But the difference with this one is that it's more about power. So on those days, whether you're going to an important work meeting or a party or just a fashion show or any event where you want to feel powerful, you can use fashion as an armor to almost step into a alter ego and to almost protect yourself a bit by putting forward this image of a powerful, confident person that you can, in a sense, hide behind. And if you have somewhere where you need to feel powerful, then wear a real statement jacket or statement boots or sunglasses or statement accessories, and in that way you're tricking your mind into feeling like you're super confident, feeling powerful, and it will just work in terms of stepping into this different energy, more powerful energy. And it's definitely a great tip. And equally, I do feel like with this, just even on those days where you feel a bit discombobulated or unorganized or not sure what to do, I do feel like a great starting point is to put a really put together outfit on. So even if you're working from home and if you're just doing meetings over Google Meets or Zoom or just remotely, putting on a really structured, put together work outfit could really make you just step into a more confident version of yourself while at work, or just even feel more organized in your mind. And then finally, tip number 5 is creatively direct your wardrobe on a seasonal basis. And this final tip is really about cultivating joy through clothing or romanticizing your life through fashion. And I also liken it to the idea or the practice of when you're feeling a bit chaotic or not really sure of the next step that you should take in life. Sometimes something that just makes you feel so much better is when you just take a pen and paper and write down your goals. And even if you don't follow up on those goals, sometimes just the act of doing that and taking a bit of control and a bit of creative direction over your life just makes you feel 100 times better. And this is something that I've started doing with my wardrobe. So on a seasonal basis, when we're going into the new season, I will take the time and kind of carve out a specific evening or a couple of hours to really think about what I want my style to be for that new season. And this is literally as simple as going on Pinterest, searching for specific things and pinning inspiration. And again, just like writing down your goals, even if you don't follow up on that style, it's just a fun practice, and it definitely feels like a kind of romanticizing your life through fashion kind of practice. And equally on the flip side to this, I do think it also helps you be more intentional when consuming fashion, because if you just go out shopping and you're going into fast fashion retailers and just mindlessly consuming fashion impulsively, or equally if you're just shopping on Vinted and just mindlessly, impulsively buying whatever kind of catches your eye in the moment, that's not actually a good practice in the long term in terms of cultivating the style you want to have. And also it doesn't allow you to get the reward of getting that delayed gratification with shopping, because if you find a piece, or if you think of a piece that you really want, and if it's on your mood board for the creative direction of your style for that season, and then you spend time kind of finding that piece, finding the exact perfect version of it, when you get it, it's going to feel so much better, and you're going to end up treasuring that piece so much more in your wardrobe. And this is something that I've been really trying to do a lot recently, and it's really working because I recently found these engineered jeans that I love. I found this fluffy hat, and I really wanted a fluffy hat like this for the longest time, and even this Dorothy Perkins jacket as well. I really wanted a kind of burnt brown jacket just like this with a fluffy collar that matches this exactly. And I had actually seen a few examples of vintage Dorothy Perkins jackets on Vinted, and I'd thought about buying a few, but they were either overpriced or not the right size, or not the exact vision that I had on my mood board of the exact piece that I wanted. But eventually, after looking for a few weeks, I did find this one, and I got it for a great price, but more importantly, it is the exact aesthetic that I wanted. And because of that, I enjoyed the process of shopping it way more, and also I'll probably treasure it in my wardrobe for longer. And that was everything that I wanted to talk about today. And of course, before wrapping up, I do want to make the disclaimer that overconsumption, or just consumption of fashion generally, isn't going to fix whatever is going on inside, but it can hold space for who you are today. And I do think that changing your outfit or putting intention into your outfit can definitely elevate your mood. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some inspiration from it. I would love to hear if you have specific tips that you use on the days where you kind of want to romanticize your life through clothing, or make yourself feel great through clothing. So that was everything that I wanted to talk about. Definitely like and subscribe if you want to, and follow me on Instagram. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.